But here we go. 16 seconds of sports. Pete Rose's family, lawyer, and apparently President Trump are trying to get Rose off the ineligible list and into the Hall of Fame. Trump says he'll be signing a complete pardon for Rose. I don't know if Trump. Honestly, the worst thing for me about this is that Trump is going to ruin one of our great sports radio conversations by just
Yes.
ending it instead
Yeah.
of
Yes.
just letting it happen. So now, next he'll probably put like Bonds and Clemens in the Hall of Fame, and then we'll really be pissed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, in football, Deebo Samuel was traded from San Francisco to Washington for a 5th-round pick. The Eagles are cutting Pro Bowl cornerback Darius Slay, and T. Higgins got the franchise tag from the Cincinnati Bengals for $26.5 million. And Matthew Stafford will stay with the LA Rams. There was some speculation about him being traded, specifically a romantic ski trip with Tom Brady, but he will be staying in Los Angeles. Jimmy Johnson is retiring from Fox Sports, which is an interesting retirement or an interesting announcement since they had that weird like deep fake AI video of him during the Super Bowl, like in the coverage leading up to it, this whole thing. And everyone was looking around like, are you retiring? And he said, no. It's like, well, you're not dead. You're still here. So why are we doing this whole anyway? So now we know what that was all about.
Yeah.
And then speaking of Jimmy Johnson, this is a weird NASCAR segue. Catherine Legg will be the first woman to drive in a NASCAR Sprint Cup series since Danica Patrick in 2018. No word on if Catherine also believes in shape-shifting reptiles running the planet the way Danica does, but this is her first NASCAR Cup Series race. She was formerly in IndyCar and in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
This is great stuff here. I absolutely want to run straight up at the Trump stuff with Rose. It would because the ongoing discussion, like I sometimes am on, the late great Pete Rose should not be in the Hall of Fame, or put him on the ballot, or hey, just put him in. And that doc we talked about it here. It changed my current views a little bit. But it just tracks for everything, because this entire administration is just one destructive troll party. And they're going to head right and stuff. The fact that Trump's like, I'm going to visit Area 51 and I'm going to put Rose in the Hall of Fame. It's like his entire administration is based on bar bets and bar conversations. It's so par for the course, and it would ruin things in a way. I don't know about that. What would he pardon him on? The tax evasion?
That's the question. What the hell is he pardoning him for? Complete pardon? I mean, I guess
it's the tax evasion, right?
But didn't he? Can you pardon someone for something that you like served?
And then Rose served his time.
So like, what? Right? Like that's like double jeopardying a pardon. Like, what are we doing? Like,
is he going to sign an executive order that the president of the United States could control Major League Sports?
Don't
that his rules
that on the internet. Now that's like on an algorithm somewhere, Ken. Like, great. Give it 2 days. Elon's going to find that.
And then it's going to become problematic, because he's going to be like, I'm going to go back. I'm going to give Armando Galarraga a perfect game. He threw it. We all knew it. And we're just going to be like, no, you're ruining everything. Because we can't agree with you on that. I could imagine that he would sign an executive order that he outranks the commissioner of baseball.
Oh, absolutely. He'll just make himself the commissioner of baseball.
Yes. He's
czar or whatever.
Yeah, he's head of the Kennedy Center, right? He's the chairperson now, right? So, yeah. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. We're going to keep monitoring that one there. I'm interested, a quick football conversation. Yeah, LQ says, seriously? Yeah. The Darius Slay's entry, I don't know if the Dolphins can afford it, but we need defensive backfield help. I love the big trade. Deebo Samuel going to the Commanders for a 5th-round pick. I texted Mark Ellis. He's over the moon. That's how I know this was a good deal. Thoughts on a Deebo wide receiver, which is an official NFL position. We have one too, Tyreek, going to Washington.
That's a big get for Washington, just having a weapon like Deebo. Yeah, he can play as a great wide receiver, but he can also do fun things from the slot and as a running back. So it'll be interesting to see how they use him. Jaden Daniels will love having a reliable option like that. Scary Terry's getting a lot of work in all on his own in Washington, so there's not a whole lot of other big pieces like that. So that'll be cool for them. 5th-round pick is nothing at the end of the day. I mean, he is getting paid a lot of money. So that is the downside, if there is one, is he's not a young player and he is getting paid a lot of money, but Washington has the money to spend. They've got a ton of cap space. And this is one of those moves that's like, oh, if Deebo's going, then I'll go kind of thing. So has a domino effect to it where it just kind of proves Washington is a destination again. So Yeah, good for
Absolutely.
Washington fans.
Yeah, good for Washington. Ellis over the moon. My buddy Eddie Pence, I'm sure, is over the moon. But yeah, absolutely. That's that thing. You need that one player to go. You need that one person to commit to Detroit, like they've had over the years, and one big trade, or Goff over there, and like, all right, hey, the team might have had some struggles for the last decades, but it's a winning place, and that's where we want to be. This could be it. This could be it. This could be it. Love it.